Well, with all that's going on in my head, I feel the need to poke fun at a far less serious topic than I normally would be discussing. So, yes, this one is going to be less source heavy and far more filled to the brim with insults and haphazard stutters that I can't control because I can't fucking read. Yes, my brain works faster than my mouth, much like most people. But without further ado, let us jump on into this flaming dumpster fire.
Advocates who are protesting this Pornhub pop-up store made a big distinction between pornography and erotica. Pornography, they say, promotes sexual violence against women. It comes from the Greek word porny for prostitute. Erotica is connected to eros, which is mutual love and self-respect.
I love how she spouts that as though it's an absolute. But let me tear away the basis of her argument under the foreshadowing that what is or isn't porn is subjective to the society you happen to be in. As you can see here, the definition is rather ambiguous, and it rather stems from community standards being put back to its original etymology. You could simply apply it to almost any form of literature or art that perceived the life of prostitutes. Prostitutes, including men, young boys, and young girls. So, this holds no water. Neither does your erotica claim. Looking outside of my source that I just posted, there is this. Although erotica is far more societally accepted than pornography, one can make the claim that erotica is simply pornography in written form, minus the prostitutes. Well, sometimes. But what I don't get is how porn is, quote, promoting violence against women, end quote. Do you fucking flappy-lipped cunts not know what violence means? That word gets flung around so flippantly, I'm starting to roll my eyes at the mere mention of it, because whenever somebody says it, they tend not to know what violence actually fucking means. And I could point to the whole words are violence crowd for that argument if I really, really, really wanted to.
Why are you selling handcuffs? What do handcuffs have to do with free will, with democracy, with any kind of equality? Why are you selling handcuffs?
Seriously, are you seriously asking this stupid fucking question? And you're trying to reinforce your statements with, and I quote, what does that have to do with freedom? What does it have to do with free will? So on and so forth, spewing mental diarrhea. Listen, I realize it's been a while since you had your dusty cunt cleaned out and the cobwebs cleaned from your rafters, especially since you look like a leather handbag that was left out in the sun too long. But that glaring truth aside, let me explain to your tiny little mind. Fetishes. Some women and men enjoy being handcuffed and or doing it to others. That is the freedom, you puritanical fucking bitch. You feminazis foam at the mouth at an opportunity to wedge your unwanted heads and tiny little minds therein into someone's bedroom under the guise of equality, without realizing the freedoms of people to do as they fucking please behind closed doors, being absconded with at the same fucking time. But no, let's rain on everyone's parade because we have the moral high ground. Wait, are you diehard liberal feminists or diehard right-wing evangelicalists? Quite frankly, it's hard to fucking tell.
Feminist author and leader Gloria Steinem was leading the charge of a group of women's rights advocates and sex trade survivors who are protesting this Pornhub pop-up store in Soho.
Pornhub sells sexual violence.
Okay, hold on a hot fucking minute. Read those fucking signs. Seriously? I can't make this shit up. Pornhub sells racism. Pornhub sells incest. You fucking turbotards do know that those titles you see on Pornhub are fucking staged, right? Like, when the hell did Nowhere, West Virginia get on the same level as Intercity, Massachusetts? They're just stage titles. That woman isn't literally related to that other woman or man she's having sex with in that particular title you happen to be looking at, you loopy fucking cunt. They're just... Oh my god. As for racism, just how? Fucking how? The amount of interracial porn is just unsurmountable. Like, fucking open up Pornhub and the whole number of the first things you're going to see are interracial porn, whether it be with a black man and a white woman, a white man and a black woman, or a white woman and a black woman, or any fucking color of gray in between. It's there. It's not that difficult to fucking find. So this claim, not only baseless, but also racism. Are you... Never mind. The amount of stupidity has broken my brain. How the fuck did I end up defending Pornhub? Like, don't get me wrong. Everybody and their cousin loves porn at least a little bit, but not that they talk about it. Oh, I know. A bunch of self-aggrandizing cunts decided they know what is truly righteous in the world and use a title affiliated with equality and goodness to push their agenda. It's like arguing with an ardent Christian or ardent, name a fucking religion at this point. Religious person. The Holy Scripture says it's a sin. Gloria Steinem. The Holy Book of Feminism says it's a sin. And once again, you people are showing you don't know what violence means. For fuck's sake. I need a bleach tinny. Or a gin and toxic. Waste. Either or.
Inventory highlighting the items they found extremely offensive for sale.
This device is used for forced oral rape.
Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, I'm under the complete and total impression that every woman that is in this movement and any man that happens to be in this movement has never had a fun sex life. Ever. But it's a fucking gag. Are you daft? When used, it actually makes oral rape, the act thereof, physically impossible. And once again, did it ever dawn on that tiny little brain, like a sun setting on that pond you're living in, you mental amoeba, that, oh, I don't know, women use this on men, and the people that are having this put on them, maybe, I don't know, fucking enjoy it. And they, hear me out, you prude, that women use it on women, or men use it on other men. Like, the only thing I'm gathering from this is you're a harpy that can't stand people having even a little bit of fun, especially men in this case, behind closed doors. But I mean, your ilk isn't necessarily known for being the most fun-loving of types.
Which is also a newer theme in pornography, to the point that women are choking and at times vomiting.
I'm just going to leave this here as a clear testament to this woman's ignorance on the subject entirely. Not only is she putting this forth as though this is only a thing women endure, but she also presents it as though it's a new thing. A, define new, and B, lady, you've been around since dial-up porn. There's no excuse for this idiocy. If you're going to critique something, at least have searched past the damn homepage, you cunt.
So you can buy a jacket with Pornhub on the back, and what it does is it advertises the violent porn that is mainstream on Pornhub and all the other sites, by the way, that MindGeek owns, which include rape of women by many, many men.
Alright, on the downside of this stupidity, I'll take notice of the fact that the lettering is blurred out. Searching the original source is, actually technically, I can find no citations or clearly define, or anything clearly defining what these things are. So the whole raping of multiple women, yeah, citation fucking needing. You're only making yourselves look like a bunch of moral busybodies on a fucking crusade. Careful though. Don't trip on the hypocrisy on the way. But that'll do it for this fun little teardown. As always, links to some sources in the description, as well as the original sources. If you feel so compelled, leave a like and subscribe. And have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and or night. And I'll see you glorious cunts on Thursday.